Well, good afternoon. It's Friday, the 20th, the end of the first week for you in this very fast class. And I want to give you a short overview of week two. Keep in mind, by the end of week two, in a normal semester, at 1/3 of the semester, you'd be finishing weeks 5 or 6. So it moves fast. The work is kind of doubled up here, or a little bit more even. So, to the point. This is a guided reading and writing collection of assignments to help you get ready for your essay. So you're going to identify the disinformation strategies. You're going to find those good quotes. You're going to use those quotes to write short responses. And you're going to understand the language of fallacies. I mentioned red herring here, but there are several others. I'll need to fix that. And I will put that mini lecture right here on page 1. Now, from there, we go into the short list for week 2, and I list all of the discussion activities. It is pretty deep, no question. We're going to finish chapter 1 by Tuesday and respond to 3 or 4 discussions based on that chapter. And I've trimmed the peer-to-peer responses down to 2 because we can only do so much. Normally you'd have a peer-to-peer response in every discussion, but not with a 6-week class. And then by Thursday, even more reading. We're going to finish the bulk of chapter 6. Those are the 2 chapters plus the introduction, some of your ancillary reading in the movie, upon which your second essay is built. And then as you go through the module, short self-assessment, that's due Monday, reflecting on how things are going. A short response on Monday, basically your favorite parts of the movie. And then a little bit of writing. I'd like you to take some time and look at this. It's about political bias. Pardon me, I skipped back a page. And how that really runs everybody. It's just the way we work. It's not about smart or dumb, but it's about how we see the world. And you can see the red or blue-red Democrat-Republican split on COVID. And you can see the blue-red split on climate change, with the exception of Republicans between 18 and 30, who basically are aligned with the majority of the population and seeing climate change as something very pressing. Some of it's generational. Again, we get hardwired. We don't think clearly. All of us do that. I'm sure I do as well. I wish I didn't, but oh well. Excuse me. And so we go through the week real quickly. I'm just going to kind of go through these explanations. All the assignments are lined out. Here we're going to get into quote integration, and I'm going to respond to you individually about how well you're doing on quote integration, because that's a skill I really want you to have not only in the first essay, but also in all of the writing of this course, so that you have that down. Not everybody does at this point, and it's very important. It really makes quite a difference to integrate quotes with competence. Sometimes it can make a letter grade of a difference in an essay, because it's basically a crucial skill that people often need a little bit of work on. And hey, guess what? I'm an English teacher. I'm supposed to teach skills. So let's get that going and get it right. And then we're going to continue here. Again, the assignments are pretty well explained, I hope. If you have questions, ask me. I'm not going to reread all of them, but take your time, go through, cruise through. I should be able to give you pretty solid explanations of what's expected. Feel free to email as well, just walking through them without getting too tangled in them. And mostly, reminder for responding to your peers. And again, more assignments, more back and forth. That's just how it works here. And a lot of it's quite interesting. And most of the questions are going to really help you shape your ideas and get your content for your first essay, including this one here, where I ask you to look at how influential that Nuremberg report from chapter 6 was in the New York Times, basically downplaying the concern of climate change, just because of the emphasis of that report. So keep in mind that all of this stuff permeates our culture, all of these ideas. It's going to be really important for this essay, and it'll be really important also as we move into the second essay. Again, pretty good explanations here. Always ask me if you need any more help. We're already into chapter 6. Very important to listen to this voice thread of mine, if only because Dr. Ben Santer helped me figure out what this chart in the book on page 187 actually means. So take some time with that, an extra 10 minutes or so, and then you're done with your week. Hallelujah. And then week 3 will be about shaping your first essay. I'm going to ask for a draft by Tuesday of week 3. I think that's the 27th, so that I can get back to you commentary by the 28th or 9th, leaving you plenty of time to hand in a well-thought final essay by what I believe is July 2nd, the Sunday. So anyway, that's the work schedule. We won't get tangled up in that. Take your time, go through the modules. Hopefully they'll make good sense. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me.